Hello you guys, I am back with more videos. I know for a couple weeks there wasn't really any videos of me doing art, but I'm back this week doing more art. These are our last 3 weeks, you guys. I cannot believe we're already in our last 3 weeks of school. It's crazy, but hopefully I have some fun things planned for you. Well, I think they're fun. I hope you think they're fun too. So let's just jump right into this week's project. So we're at week 7, okay? So your art supplies this time look like this. They're all paper clips together. Mine's falling off. But it says middle school art enrichment, and then all of these supplies are on the back. And then you have a baggie of chalk and a colored pencil and a Sharpie marker. Okay, so this is week 7. So we're doing something that I like to call skylines. There are skylines, but they're watercolored skylines. So this is what you're going to need for this week. It's this yellow half sheet. It says week 7 watercolor skylines, and then behind it you'll have 2 small pieces of watercolor paper. Okay, so you have 2 of them. We're going to be doing 2 different skylines today, and so you don't have extra paper if you mess up, but if you do mess up, you can just flip the paper over and restart. Okay, so one of your skylines is going to be galaxy blue and purples, and then the other one is going to be more of a sunset with oranges and yellows. Okay, and I wanted you to get both because these are really small areas to work on, and so I thought that it was not going to take you enough time, but also so that you can kind of get to work with all the colors of the rainbow of your watercolors. Alright, you're also going to need, of course, a cup of water because we're doing watercolor, your watercolor paints, and a paintbrush. Okay, so let's get right on into it. Alright, you guys, first things first, we're going to get all of our things. So we need, for this project, we need our watercolor paper, watercolors, cup of water, and then in your baggie, 2 things in here that you'll need are this small white colored pencil. It's just a half colored pencil because I didn't have enough, so I literally snapped them in half and sharpened them for you guys. And then this black fine tip Sharpie marker, okay? This is really important to use a Sharpie for this project because when you're watercoloring, if you use another type of marker and you go over it with water, most likely it's going to bleed and make your whole paper a huge mess. So Sharpie only. If for some reason you can't find yours or you lose your baggie or whatever, look for another Sharpie or other alcohol-based marker. Alright? So first step is to draw our skyline or cityscape. So I'm going to be doing more of a cityscape for mine, so I guess that's the proper term to use. But I'm going to do maybe 7 or 8 buildings down here, all with different unique little designs, okay? So I will draw this out, and then I'll show you the next step. Cityscape. Here's what it looks like. So I have a variety of buildings down here. I have a variety of window types, sizes, roof types, how far they're spaced apart. I think it just looks a lot more natural and just a little more organic in how a real city would be, and not super structured in how they're all attached. So this is how I chose to draw my cityscape skyline. You can choose to draw yours however you'd like, okay? So here is the next step. You're going to be drawing the galaxy sky / sunset part. So this one I'm going to be doing the galaxy, and then the next one I can show you what a sunset example looks like, okay? So here's how you do the galaxy part. While you're waiting for your first one to dry, whether that's your galaxy or your sunset, you can draw your other cityscape on your other paper to get ready for the second half of the project, okay? Alright, so I have the buildings done of my second watercolor, sorry, and this one is still drying, so I'm going to watercolor the sunset on this one while I'm still waiting for this other one to dry. Alright, you guys, so I have the sunset one done, and I chose to do a mix of colors, but you can do things, you know, like yellow, orange, red, or just mix all the colors together. That's what I wanted to do. Sorry, the thing keeps rolling away. So, I'm finished with this one, and I think this one is dry enough now. Alright guys, so I have finished this sunset one, and now I'm going to try to finish up my galaxy one. My color pencil is terrible, and so I'm not going to use it. I tried to use drawing on it, it's just not working, so if yours doesn't work, just forget it. I honestly didn't test it before I did it, so if yours not working, just forget it, and I'm going to use a white marker for these stars instead, or a white pen instead, okay? Alright, you guys, I have both of mine finished, so here's what they look like. This is my galaxy skyline or cityscape, not kitty-scape, cityscape. And then here is my, not dry yet, so I'm gonna try not to smear the paint. This is my sunset cityscape. So I chose to keep as the top's white with just an organic line, but you can fill up the whole thing with the watercolor if you want. Make sure to finish both, and they're really cute side by side if you just hang them in your room, and they're awesome. I really want to see what you guys can do. I know you can probably watercolor better than I can, and so I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. This is week 7. We have 2 weeks after this week, and then school's out for the summer, and I know you guys are really just pushing on to the end, and so good job. I'm really proud of you guys for making history right now with distance learning, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in these next couple weeks and to see your beautiful faces on Zoom. I will see you next week.